Yo, what is up? This is Labor Reviews, and today we're going to be looking at ZT Toys 01, which is a Broly, and I gotta say, this Broly looks amazing. It really just looks movie accurate, and before this one, Beast Deities had a reign supreme over the Brolys, but this one right here takes the cake. It has all the right proportions. Honestly, they got the head and the hair right on the first go, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get the most boring part out of the way first, which is their packaging. Their packaging is pretty boring. It's just, let's see if I can fit it. Here's just a black box, ZT Toys 01, nothing in the back, just recycling, and it's probably a box that I will throw away. It's boring. The body and accessories came in two different packages. The other one is even more boring. It's just this, just black, nothing. What does it say? Uleli Toys 01, and same thing in the back, just standard boring packaging, but that does not take away from the figure. The packaging may be boring, but the figure is far from it, and we're going to get into that here in a minute. So let's start out with the accessories and some of the reasons why I ended up getting this figure. Like I said, I have Beast Deities Broly, but this one just looked cool, and one of the things that blew me away was this right here, this effect piece that you have to put together, and you got to be super careful with it because I did break one of these pegs trying to put it in. I had to glue it back. Let's see if I can find it. This one right here, you can tell there's a little bit of glue around it. It doesn't look too bad, and I like it. And there's a peg hole in there. Put that hand, which is one of these hands right here. But yeah, this right here is one of the reasons this figure even caught my eye. This effect piece is very unique. It looks like one of his attacks from the movies. It just looks like the aura is breaking. It's an amazing piece, and if you're careful with it, hopefully you don't break it. Warning ahead of time right here. Like I said, it will break if you are too forceful with it, or if you don't warm it up. But yeah, there's that piece right there. And we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the ones that got on. Oh, and 6 sets of hands. First of all, we got these open Kai hands right here. They're very detailed. You can see like little lines and ridges right here from the knuckles, and I don't know, they're just very well detailed. Now you got your typical fist hands right here. See if you can get a better look at them. See a little bit of fingernail right there. But like I said, a lot of detail in them. This is where I noticed it the most. The finger pointed hand. I mean, look at all those ridges and lines right there. I mean, even in the inside, they don't even have to do it right there, but you can see a lot of detail right there. Then you get another open Kai hand right here. Standard with a Broly. Then you get this effect right here. You get 2 of them that come off. These are very, very boring, I guess. They're just, they're glossy, they're see-through, but it's just the ball. No effects coming out of them or anything like that, but nonetheless, cool little effect piece to have. Like I said, this hands also work with that over there. You get 2 of them and 2 effect pieces. You get a crossed arms right here, which have become very typical now. And what's become very typical is how easy it is to put on. there's nothing I hated more than putting crossed arms that just were together and you just had to shimmy around and try to get it in, but now you don't have to. And like I said, there's a lot of detail into these. I mean, look at the paint inside the tricep and inside the muscles. They just really went above and beyond compared to the more matted look they did in Beast Deities. I mean, this one looks amazing. You get this glossy look right here in the, what is it, like a sapphire or something inside his bracelet. But yeah, there's that. And now let's take a look at some of these faces. And the faces, I gotta say, they did amazing job on them. They're very detailed. I don't know, they just really stuck out to me. Start out with this one right here, which is your typical Broly smirk right here. You got one eye smaller than the other one, you know, giving them that just evil look, like it's about to destroy them. Like I said, look at all this detail, you know, the little lines under the eyes, right there beside the eye, and inside the eyebrow. I mean, not inside the eyebrow, but next to the eyebrow and right above it. I mean, these are very detailed. You got these little lines right here on the cheek and right under his lips. Very amazing. You get a smirk right there. And you also get another one where he's also smirking. Pretty much look the same, but not quite. But nonetheless, amazing. Glad to have those two. Let's see what else we got over here. Just your typical pissed off Broly. Look how dark it is inside the lips. I love all that way, all that sticks out. And the earrings, I love how big they are on this one. They got a lot of play to them, which, by the way, you did have to put on like you did in Beast Deities. Came off this little earring tree thing. And you get a few extra ones in case you lose some. But yeah, I mean, just look as I turn, all the detail inside his faces. And then you get this one right here where he's just teeth gritting, starting to get pissed off. And last but not least, you get the one that's got on the yelling face, which again looks amazing. A lot of detail. I love it. Alright, so let's move on to the next part and take a look at this Broly. Alright, so let's take a look at this Broly. Take a look at its articulation and everything going on with it. So, first of all, love the paint job. I mean, look at all the, inside every line and ridge, they put just paint everywhere. I mean, all that shading right there, it just really makes this Broly pop. I love the hair. They just seem like they got it right the first time. They did not have to do an extra, you know, Broly piece come separate or nothing like that. I mean, they got it right the first time to me. It just looks right. The hair is big. The faces look very proportioned to the body. I mean, they just look great. And just to compare with one, I'm going to show you one of the Beast Deities heads that came with the Beast Deities Broly. It just didn't look right. I mean, look at this head compared to the one that's on there. While the face looks amazing also on this one, the hair just didn't look right. Look how much smaller it is. The hair's supposed to be big on Broly. He's big, the hair's bigger, you know. And I just didn't like how the bangs came down like that. They're supposed to be up and out. Which is why I got, you know, an MP head, MP Impossible Studios head for my Beast Deities, but I do have extra translucent head that I was going to put on this one, but I don't know. Like I said, this one looks good. It looks like it's supposed to. All right, now let's take a look at some of this articulation. He looks up about that much. Looks down pretty good. Chin to the chest. Arms can come out that much. You get your bicep swivels. Double jointed elbow. Your hand hinges right there that, you know, go side. See how much it goes across the body. Because, you know, this Broly be hugging on characters and just trying to squeeze the life out of them. So not too bad, you know, you can put a character right there in between them. Alright, let's take a look at this bendy torso part. So it doesn't really go back too far, and it's got a little bit right there, which I've had problems trying to go back too far and it pop out of the waist, so watch out for that. But it does go down a good bit, so that's not bad. Then you get a nice little side to side. Really love that. And then obviously your, you know, torso right there. The legs into the splits pretty good. This doesn't hinder it, the skirt piece, because of the slits. What about forward? About that much, not too bad. The skirt piece can get a little bit in the way right there. I guess you can bend in and out. Try to get more range out of it. And you got your double jointed knees right there. A lot of ankle rock. Side to side. And then your toes hinge. Which goes up a little bit too much for my taste, but yeah, articulation wise, amazing. Really good for its size, how it looks, and how it's proportioned. So all in all, I gotta say I really love this Broly. Definitely the definitive Broly for me now. And I'm about to do a little bit of a comparison to the Beast Deities just to show you how different it is. Alright, so here we have them side by side. Time to compare. So before, you know, we got this one always seemed a little weird, and I couldn't really tell, really. When I first got it, I thought this Broly was amazing. But now that this one's out, the proportions are just off on the torso to this one. The torso is just so long. It doesn't look as buff. I don't know what it is about this one that just doesn't look right compared to this one. Everything just seems right on this one. This one seems, I don't know, a little too light. The shading is definitely not there. This one looks more matted. There's a little bit on the corners right here, you can tell, but not like this one. This one's got it everywhere, inside the abs, the ridges, and the shoulders on this one I like a lot better too. They're big, and the arms are big, but not like this one. I mean, this one just looks like Broly is supposed to look buff. Everything else seems about the same, you know, other than the colors being a little different. There is a lot of shading in this skirt. This one has a little bit. I think it's mostly just shadowing. But yeah, that's the difference between the two. And I really do like this one. I mean, look at that. Side by side. Look at the backs. Even the backs just look different. This one just looks right. I don't know what's going on with this one. And I used to love this Broly, but this one came over and took a spot. But I am glad to have them both. They're both nice Brolys to have. And like I said, I wanted to change the head sculpt to one of my MP Impossible head sculpts. This is the head sculpt right here, a translucent Super Saiyan head. But I don't know, does it even fit? This one's so much lighter to that body. Definitely fits this one. Doesn't fit that one. And another thing is, the head and the hair and everything on this one just is it. I mean, look at that. Everything looks just so much better. But yeah, I probably won't be changing that head sculpt out. Or maybe I should. Y'all let me know in the comments. But anyways, that was my ZT Broly review. I gotta say I love it. My new favorite Broly. And I do have some Super Saiyan 4 Beast Deities Brolys coming in, a Super Saiyan 5. I got all 4. Be on the lookout for that. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.